What's up everybody, it's Grant, your local real estate YouTube guy, and today we're going to be talking about what it's actually like to live in Florida. Are there alligators everywhere? How's the traffic? How much does it cost? What is Florida, man? We're going to be covering all that in this video. I am born and raised in Florida. I've been living in the Tampa Bay area all of my life, been all throughout Florida. So I'm gonna give you my basic rundown of what it's like living here. First off is alligators. They have been here for a lot longer than we have as people. They are practically dinosaurs living in our backyard, and they are everywhere all over Florida. So if you purchase a home or you live in an area with a pond or lake or something like that, small body of water nearby, you most likely have an alligator in your backyard. But usually they're not gonna mess with you, but you need to make sure that you keep your small children and small dogs away from the ponds and lakes because the gator might definitely get them. If you don't feel comfortable with living nearby gators, then something to consider is definitely buying or renting in a home or area not near a little body of water. And not to worry if you are fearful of the gator, and let's say it's in your backyard and you feel like it's aggressive, you have people to call the Nature Preserve Florida, and they will come and take the gator out of there for you. How much does it cost? Is it expensive to live in Florida? And the answer to that is it definitely depends. So one of the great things about living in Florida is that there are no state income tax. So it is a great place if you have a lot of money to definitely retire. So compared to California, we definitely are a lot cheaper to live, but maybe you compare it to a more southern state, then it will probably be a little bit more expensive. But it is, I'd say, fairly priced for what you get, the location, and things like that. Property taxes are way on the low end. The average property taxes in Florida is 0.98% compared to the US average of 1.08%. So we're lower than the national average in taxes, but we are higher in insurance premiums throughout the US, mainly because of our constant hurricanes and then being so close to the water. Our average insurance premium in Florida is $1,951 compared to the national average of $1,211 per year. So give and take, but I'd say having lower taxes is definitely way more important than just a $1,000 to $2,000 comparison in your insurance costs. You've probably heard of it before. It's Florida Man. So what is that overall? All that is a funny saying that began trending on social media quite a few years back, just with a Florida man doing something crazy. And then from then on, every time someone does something crazy in Florida, they title the article Florida Man and then talk about what they did. So is there a lot of crazy people in Florida? I don't know. Is there? So I don't think there's that many actual crazy people. There's just a lot of crazy stuff that happens, and I think it's just a popular thing to just make fun of the crazy Florida people. And it's probably because we are so diverse. So, you know, we have so many different types of people, including crazy and sane. So the weather. The weather is probably one of the biggest reasons that people love Florida so much, is that it stays anywhere from, 60 to 90 degrees on average throughout the entire year of Florida. We don't really see any snow ever, other than maybe the very top of Florida. Other than that, if you live anywhere else, you're not going to see snow, and it's almost perfect all year round. So the bad thing is, though, is that it may be really humid. So your 80 or 90 is kind of moist. It feels a little bit moist outside and your face is always sweating, but that's okay because it hides all my dry skin. It's fine. Next is beaches. Yes, everybody loves beaches. That's what you hear Florida is about. Even though we all live here, so many people live here in Florida and never go to the beach. I don't know. It's just too much work. But overall, yes, there are beaches everywhere. Obviously, if you just look down Florida, the entire state is just coast all throughout, and just a few hours away, you most likely, no matter where you live, will be near a beach. But usually the best thing about the beaches is not the most popular ones that you actually hear about. It's more so the ones that aren't online and only really the locals potentially know about, whether they be a private beach or just a small little spot on the beach, that are a lot more secluded and a lot more fun versus the sometimes like overcrowded, very hectic major beaches. Especially the traffic getting in there can be really hard all throughout that small area, but it depends on definitely what you like. If you want to party for spring break, then that might be for you, but if you just want to enjoy your time on the beach, then you might want a little hot spot. So a lot of people that do come and end up moving to Florida, that end up living near the water, are usually the retirees, because the closer you get to the beach, the further you're most likely going to get away from potential job employed places, right? Like hospitals, engineering facilities, things like that. They're not going to be right near the water. So mainly near the water, you got the perfect hotspot for a lot of retirees. There's tons of condos and condominiums near the water with a view of the water that's very popular to live and retire in. But if you are just going to look to live here, to potentially, work here and enjoy your life, then you probably won't be living right near the water. College is everywhere in Florida, as in there's colleges everywhere in Florida. And the key part about that is they're not too expensive. The Florida tuition average is only $3,784 per year, compared to the national average, which is $6,738 per year. That's almost double. So Florida colleges are way cheaper, at least for in-state tuition, compared to the national US. And there's tons of major universities that have major programs, like the University of Florida, the University of South Florida, the University of Central Florida, right? They're all Florida. That major colleges all throughout the entire state of Florida. So how is the traffic? So to sum it up, just like all major cities, which I'm specifically going to talk about the Tampa Bay area, almost all major cities are very similar, but from what I hear other people saying is that the traffic is not that bad. Obviously, we have morning rush hour and then late night rush hour when people are going to work around 8 to 9 a.m. and then when people are coming home between like 5 to 7 p.m. Those are the busiest times of the day. But it's probably no worse than any other rural area that we see. But from what I've heard, compared to other cities like in Tampa Bay, there's nothing compared to places like New York and Chicago. We don't have really many subways or little trolley buses, not a lot of those throughout the Florida area. Most of the time you can get around just fine using your car. If there's a wreck on a major highway, then there's definitely going to be some delays, right? But overall, it's not much different than anywhere else we see through the United States. Another major benefit of living in Florida is all the amusement parks everywhere. This is the state that people come to vacation, right? You don't hear about people going to lots of other states to vacation. You hear a lot about Florida, as well as a lot of people come here to retire. And why is that? Potentially because there is a lot of things to do. So we have Disney, Busch Gardens, Adventure Island. I think there's a few Disneys. There's tons of different amusement parks all throughout the state. A lot of them being centralized right in the center of the state is a major location. And some of the major hotspots are Tampa Bay area, which has Busch Gardens and Adventure Island, and as well as Orlando, which you'll see Universal Studios and as well as Disney and other major parks all throughout the state. And you will usually, depending on what time of the year it is, it comes and goes, but you will get resident discounts just for living in Florida. So you can have maybe a 4-night stay at a little hotel right next to Disney World, which will also give you passes, versus a non-Florida resident may not be able to get the same thing at the same price. Currently, they don't have that same deal going on right now, so I can't show it to you, but it happens all the time. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That's kind of just the basic rundown of what it's like living in Florida. So make sure you like down below, subscribe, and as well as if you need anything, if you need help moving to Florida, I am a real estate agent in the Tampa Bay area. Don't hesitate to reach out, and I'll see you in the next video.